Alright. Okay, this is recording. What's going on, guys? So today I'm gonna work on increasing the movement speed of my 111 for Fury Warrior Twink. So right now, just without any extra buffs or anything, I'm sitting at 186% movement speed. I could bump this up to 191 with Zandalari Troll, but I'm not gonna spend 20 bucks to change my race. I just don't think it's worth it. I could increase this even higher. Well, it'd only be like a 5% speed boost because what's it called? Rethu's Incessant Courage gives 50% with no enemies in range over 10%. So that's not really worth tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of gold for a 5% movement speed increase either, in my opinion, which is also about like 20 bucks for a WoW token. So there is speed potential I'm missing out on, but I don't think it's worth the extra money just for a little bit of speed. So I'm not gonna bother with it. But right now, the gear I'm using is 3 Azerite level 300 pieces with Longstrider, which gives 13% of my movement, or increase your movement speed by 13% of your highest secondary rating up to 4%. So that's 12% movement speed overall. I also have a cloak, heirloom cloak with a 5% haste, 2% speed enchant from WAD. You can't enchant it on a tune higher than 150, I think. I don't know the item level maximum, but you have to put it on a tune with a lower item level or buy the lowest level cloak. Or buy the cloak at a lower level and then put it on there and then scale it up after. So you can use it at higher levels and benefit from the extra haste to put in the Aggramar stride. Otherwise, you can't put it on there. Another thing, for warriors, I would recommend doing haste. A lot of people do mastery, but I feel like haste is a lot better and it synergizes with a lot more things and it feels a lot smoother overall. So I'd recommend stacking haste where you can and all of your gear. So if you don't have any other trinkets, you can just use the Swift Hand of Justice trinket. And if you have the Warlords of Draenor weapons, you can use those as well because you can get up to another 100 haste in those. On top of the haste they have, I'm not sure the stats on those. I didn't play in mob, so I kind of missed out on that. But yeah, so there's haste, speed, movement speed gem, and movement speed gem in here as well. So you want to stack haste, try to get speed, try to get sockets as well for extra haste and movement speed gems. Use Aggramar strikes that increases your movement speed by 75% of your haste, crit mastery, reverse, whatever's highest. For your warriors, that'll be haste. So right now I'm at 50%, that'll increase by 75% of my haste, which is about 12.5, I believe. Well, I think it. Okay, hold on. 186 here. 148. That's actually a lot higher. That's like 40% actually. And then Sephuz is a secret. 10% movement speed and 2% haste. Applying a loss of control or interrupting whatever gives you an extra 60%. You also I think that's all I need to do for gear. Oh, and the weapon, Runeblade of Rivendare. Movement speed by 10% and enchant that with Windwalk. So you have a static 10% movement speed with an additional 10% proc. The talents that really matter here are Fury Slash, Bounding Shred, and Meat Cleaver. Fury Slash is a skill you use. No Fury, no rage costs, and it's instant, so you can just hit it 3 times and keep it up for additional 6% haste, which is about 6% speed for me. Bounding Stride increases your speed after using Leap by 70%. Meat Cleaver gives you a chance to Enrage off of Whirlwind, which is really good. So you can just spam Whirlwind and it actually works out of combat too. Like, see right there, just procced right there. And also another thing, Enrage gives you about 38% movement speed alone. So normally I could just run through dungeons with like 220% movement speed without stacking anything else, which is nice. So yeah, and I'm gonna be using a few items as well. Using the Drums of Fury for another 25% haste and the Sky Step Potion for 150% movement speed buff. You can use Intimidating Shout. I think you can use Piercing Hail. I don't think you can. No, you can't because it's not a loss of control. It just slows them down, not a loss of control. So you have to use Intimidating Shout or I don't know what else. You use your Interrupt as well. The Pummel, Berserk. No. Yeah, so like those are your options there for a little bit of a sprint. And yeah, okay, so I need to try doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and lust. Alright, we got 3 stacks of that. Got Windwalk up, got the drums up. 462 speed. That you saw there, 462 speed. It was probably faster, but I think 462 might be the cap. Maybe? It might be the cap, I'm not sure. I don't know. I think 462 is the cap. $279 just with drums and rage, all that. Yeah, I think, but it looks like 462 is the cap, or because I made sure to get everything on time. I believe, but I'm gonna watch the video again. But it was 462. I saw 462. So with Sky Step, Drums of Fury, Enrage, Sephuz, what else? Yeah, Sephuz, Sky Fury. No, Sephuz, Lightfoot, Drums of Fury, Enrage, Windwalk, Furious Slash. I got up to 462 from 186, which is about, let me calculate that. So 462 minus 186 is about 276% movement speed buff, which is actually pretty huge. Like I said, it could be better with the heirloom weapon and changing the race and all that stuff. But yeah, other than that, it's not really much else. But yeah, like I said, just stack haste, try to get gem slots as well, preferably Mythic and Taurus here so you can put in the BFA gems. You get the full 50 haste from it. Not like, instead of having to use a Legion gem for like 8 haste or whatever. Because they did nerf it recently where you have to have item level 200 at least for BFA gems to work. But yeah, movement speed gems, haste, speed, temporary stat, you're good. And there is an item in a Legion dungeon that you can use as well. It's from the Archway. It drops off of both heroic and mythic off of Advisor Vandross, called the Chrono Shard. Your spell's abilities have a chance to grant you 236 haste and 50% speed for 10 seconds. Level 115 or below, so it's same with the legendaries. This is actually pretty solid. I think I haven't gotten it yet, so I can't really test it out. But 236 haste and 15% speed is actually pretty good. I assume that it'd be about 20 to 25% speed when it procs. So that I'd be looking at about pretty darn near 500% speed. Obviously, it's harder to get all this to proc together, but this is just in a testing environment, not an actual practical environment where you're just running through dungeons. Obviously, it's gonna be a little harder, but you could just take a cast Intimidating Shout, spam Whirlwind, Furious Slash, and get most of that still. Yeah, but yeah, I'd recommend stocking up on Lightfoot Potions. I don't know what the cooldown is. 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes you can get about 100. Every 8 seconds. Every 8 seconds and 2 minutes you can get 150% movement speed, which isn't amazing, but all right. What's the cool? Wait, 2 minutes? No, okay, it's like a minute and 15 or something. Minute, so even better. But that does help. The potion does help, so you can stock up on those if you want. They are really cheap to craft. At rank 1, at least, they are 15 star moss and 1 crystal vial, so it's actually really cheap to craft. But yeah, other than that, there's not much else to it. Like, there's a lot of improvements I can make. Like I said, the trinket, race change, belt, so on and so forth. But 186% speed without any buffs or anything, and an additional like 200 something. We have this 462. Yeah, like I said, this is in a practical environment, so you might not hit the speed and dungeons or anything, but this is just to test it out, see what the limits are, and see how fast I can go. But yeah, okay, other than that, that's all I gotta show you about that. If I get the Chrono Shard, I'll make a new video testing it out. But other than that, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later. Bye bye.